So January of 1994, newly elected US President Bill Clinton delivered his first State of the Union address. In February, Celine Dion and Ace of Base duked it out for the #1 hit on the top 40 pop songs in the country. Though we class of '94 all know that Red Red Wine was always the #1 song at Hunter dances. In March, Schindler's List won 7 Oscars at the 66th Academy Awards hosted by Whoopi Goldberg. In April, South Africa held its first fully multiracial elections, marking the end of apartheid, and Nelson Mandela won the election. In May, the Channel Tunnel, which took 15,000 workers more than 7 years to complete, opened between England and France, enabling passengers to travel between the two countries in just 35 minutes. In June, on the West Coast, something involving O.J. Simpson happened. But at the same time, a more important story was emerging on the East Coast when 180 of the smartest kids in the country graduated from the best public high school, Hunter College High School. After 6 years or more, Hunter Elementary represent, of hard work from demanding teachers, diverse peers, though not diverse enough, and friends from all over the greatest city in the world, we said goodbye. In looking back at what happened over our time at Hunter, without the internet back then, I had to rely on the newspaper. And well, since I couldn't find any copies of What's What or The Observer, I turned to Hunter's short-lived tabloid newspaper that I got to work on with a bunch of friends. Witness. So here are a few key headlines from Witness that year. Madison Avenue slashing leaves trails of blood. Opinion, legalize drugs now. Took 25 years, but it happened, right? The cold lunch, chocolate milk. And my personal favorite, a 2-page spread on the pigeons of doom. Dangerous pigeons, apparently. Well, a lot has happened at Hunter and in the world over the last 25 years. And the Hunter class of '94 has gone on to do some amazing things as well. Too many to name them all here, but I'll share a few anyway, some of whom I learned by posting in our Facebook group recently. Dr. Paul Nguyen is an internationally recognized expert in prostate cancer clinical care and research at Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. Yeah, you can give it up for Dr. Nguyen. Elisa Gomes is the executive managing editor of Black Enterprise. Stephen Evangelista, who by the way I still text daily with 25 years later about baseball, along with Kevin Ananab, is the principal and co-founder of the Harlem Link Charter School. Jennifer Lee is a New York Times bestselling author and the vice chair of the Unicode Emoji Committee. So yes, she helps determine the emojis available on your phone. Kara Knudsen works for the US State Department running planning for, just the campaign to defeat ISIS. And Perry Chen is the co-founder and chairman of a little company called Kickstarter, which has enabled people to raise over $4 billion for their projects and has inspired dozens more crowdfunding websites. There are so many more amazing stories of my classmates. Of course, we boast dozens of doctors and attorneys, We've got media moguls, authors, artists, entrepreneurs, filmmakers, journalists, and so much more. But as some of my classmates from that same Facebook group pointed out, with others and by our contributions to the world. Many of us have built families of our own, and most of us have either started, run, donated to, or volunteered for nonprofit organizations helping to change the planet. Just a few worth mentioning today. Priscilla Forsyth Gleason is a leader at Teach for America. Oliver Hurst Hiller is a leader, yeah, give it up, TFA. Oliver Hurst Hiller is a leader at Donors Choose. And Amber Lyons Batchelor is the founder of Ladies Who Hoop. Hunter taught us to work hard, to stand up for what we believe in, and to take care of the people around us, our community, and the entire world. It also taught us what friendship was all about. So when my Hunter friend Paul reached out to me several years ago and told me his brother-in-law was in need of some career help, of course, I helped him without hesitation. I hadn't talked to Paul at all for a couple of years, but just 4 days ago, I got a phone call none of us should ever have to take. My father was diagnosed with lung cancer. His doctor told me that without treatment, he has 1 year to live, and because of his overall health challenges, he may not be able to withstand treatment at all. I texted Paul, who by the way is the world-renowned cancer expert I mentioned earlier, and within 10 minutes I was on the phone with him, and then within 2 days I had an appointment for my dad to see one of the top lung cancer doctors in the world at Memorial Sloan Kettering next week. The typical wait time, 6 to 8 weeks plus. Unheard of? Perhaps. But for Hunter friends, yes, for sure. I am so grateful to Paul. Really, I'm grateful to all of my 194 friends and classmates, teachers and staff, and the school that gave us all so much. I'm happy to report that the class of '94 has donated and pledged over $10,000 this year to the Alumni Association to be used for diversity, recruitment, and PR efforts, so that Hunter can continue to be the best public high school in the city and in the country, serving the amazing, diverse communities of New York. I mentioned earlier that the Hunter DJ during our years here was somewhat obsessed with UB40. So I'll close with a quote from the hit UB40 song that our DJ used to close every Hunter dance that I can remember. These Neil Diamond lyrics, yes, fun fact, Neil Diamond collaborated with UB40. These lyrics are actually about red, red wine. But for today, I'll choose to believe that they're about Hunter. It's up to you. All I can do, I've done. Memories won't go. Memories won't go. Thank you.